Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great barbecue podcast or product review. We appreciate everyone joining in and taking the day to do this. Let's start out with if you're not a YouTube user on a regular basis, be sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there. And then on the live broadcast, hit the notify. That way, you know when this is coming out, and you're fully notified when we do this, which will be as we always try to do. It's every Wednesday at 6:30 Central Time. So what we're going to do is we'll do our product review because I kind of take that segment and I take that out of this video and then I use it in other places. Then we're going to get into going through our comments and our questions. And I really feel that this product should bring up some great comments and how people have already been using it. So tune in and we'll go through each and every one of those after the product review itself. So without further ado, let's just get started. Welcome everybody to another product review, and today we're going to go over barbecue mud. That's right. What is barbecue mud? Barbecue mud came about from one of the barbecue pitmaster TV shows we was on. We were cooking a wagyu tomahawk ribeye, and on that product we used a paste that was a beef flavored product. And it took us 5 or 6 years to find a product or take that product and develop it more for user-friendly product. What we kept finding with the paste is every time we'd use it, we would get a lot of salt in one flavor, a little bit of flavor in another, not as much beef flavor in another. So it wasn't as uniform and user-friendly for the public. We then liquefied it and we was able to generate that flavor into this liquid. And this product is very thick, and you will see that here in just a little bit. But that product is exactly what we have right here. So as we do with all of our product reviews, I want to start with the package itself. On one side, you'll see that we have our nutrition panel, our ingredient statements, any allergens, and this doesn't have any allergens. It is MSG free, gluten free, no high fructose corn syrup. It does need refrigeration after it's open, but not before. On the front of the label, you will see our logo. We put brisket mop in there, and it is the barbecue mud, and this is a 12-ounce liquid product. The other side is a quick description of what it is and some of our icons that we recommend using it on. And you're going to see them spread all the way across there because, man, it can be used on just about anything. A UPC code, then a use by date. Nothing on the bottom, and then the top. If you're looking at the bottle itself, you can see how black it is. That is actually a clear bottle. That'll show you the thickness and the depth of the color in this product. The top of it up here, we do have the top safety seal. We're going to remove this top lid, and I'm going to give it an aroma smell and kind of tell you what it is that I'm smelling. Man, it's hard to describe. At first, you want to say it's very savory. I'm not going to say beefy because I don't get beefy, and this sounds crazy, but it almost has a sweet essence to it. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, and you can see the color of that. It is kind of clear. What I'm going to do to start out with is I'm going to pour some of this in this pan and to show you how thick it is and the reason it's thick, and I'll explain that. Okay, I'm going to try to get it up real close. And okay, what this is the thickness. You can see how long it's taking to come down off of that aluminum. That aluminum is very slick, and it's taking a very long time for it to come off of it. And the purpose of that is so that it will coat. I'm going to turn it and go back down. Coat your steaks, your pork chops, your vegetables, everything like that. and it can be used as a binder. It can be used as a marinade. Put it in a Ziploc, put it in a dish pan, put your steaks, chops in it, flip it upside down, do whatever. And then you can let it set for 5 minutes to 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. We've had good luck with both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this out on this white deal so you can get a better look at the product itself. And you can see the thickness of it, and it's going to run down. But how it will stick to the outside surface of the meat. Now, without further ado, I'll taste it and we'll see what we come up with. You can see it on my finger. I get a Worcestershire, a little bit of vinegar, a sweetness style product. And there's some spices in there, but I can't pick it up or pick it out, particularly with the flavor that I'm getting. Yeah, I get the same all the way through. Nothing changes on that. That's the barbecue mud. Heat wise, 0 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a 1. There's no heat whatsoever in the barbecue mud. Like I said, this can be used as a marinade, a brisket mop. It can be used if you wrap briskets. It can be put directly into it. You can mix this into your ground beef and make hamburgers or meatloaf, steak marinade, a pork chop marinade, chicken marinade. It can be used with about any vegetables. And it can also be used as a condiment all by itself. Take the place of the common ketchup. You can use this right here. That's our barbecue mud. You can find it at almost all of our retail stores. Go in and ask the store manager for the Butcher Barbecue products, or it's located on our barbecue site under injections and brines. All right, folks. That is the barbecue mud. That is a 12-ounce bottle. I should have brought that up. Man, what a great flavor. I'm still getting that flavor, and it is such a great flavor. Let's just jump right in. Grant, good evening, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to listen and watch the show. Greg Klein, good evening, all. Keep an eye out for old false start. Oh, what that is entailing is last week. Well, every week I ask a trivia question, and the winner gets the product we used. Which, like today, I won't send you this one since it's been open, but I'll send a new product of the barbecue mud for the trivia question today. But last week, as I went to ask the question, Billy jumped right in with the answer that I had going. He read my mind, and some people were throwing a flag, calling offensive off sides, but I call it quick finger. So congratulations to Billy, but that's what that was. I think that's funny. Billy, there he is. There we go, buddy. Own it. That's right. Just own it. We're ready for your weekly dose of David. Sigma, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is a great product, folks. Don't disregard it. I appreciate everyone watching the live feed. And I know it's been a few weeks now that we've been over here to YouTube, but please make sure that you hit the notifications. This week, we did do something different. I want to see how that generates and how many people use it. I did send out an email blast that have part of our that apply for our subscription for our newsletter. That way, people will know where it is, the link to how to find it, and all that. Let's see, Billy. Good evening, David. Good evening, Billy. I appreciate it and all the great fun that they had. What have you been cooking? Believe it or not, I have been cooking some chicken breast. Simply because we are testing a whole lot of new rubs for this year. And chicken to me is the type of a product that You can pick up flavors easier on that than you can ribs, brisket, pork, things of that nature. So I've been cooking quite a bit of little chicken at the house, working on the flavors of some new rubs. Everybody else, what have y'all been cooking? Yeah, John John Tompkins. I don't mean to assume that you're just asking me, but yeah, everybody else. What are y'all guys cooking? What are you gals cooking? Um, let's go, Tom. Hello, sir. Appreciate you taking the time to ask or to say hello. Does anyone have any questions about the barbecue mud, or how have you been using it? I think that would be a great would help. Let's tell everyone other than just my thoughts on this. That's what's great about this right here is everyone gets to bring it in. I'm curious how I would use it. Um, when you get it, the richness, the flavor right up front, your mind will start popping. It's great, like I said, with pork chops. You can season chili with it. I've heard chili seasoning. I've heard of put it in beans. I believe one of my grandsons was using it, and that's why I come up with the barbecue sauce. He mixed the barbecue sauce and this together, and that's why I come up with that. That was his idea. John, you said 12. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. I was going to have to go back and listen to it. I use it as my binder on my briskets. Grant, thank you. Thanks for mentioning that. Yes, it's really good on a brisket. If you wanted to add it to the injection, um, see that color? That's the color of the inside of your brisket, just like that. So I think using it on the outside and adding it into an existing wrap, that will do, I think, better than adding it to the injection itself. Um, John Tompkins, I'm going to try it for sure. Great. Once you get this, man, I'm an open book. If you got any questions, man, just shoot me a message. I'll be happy to. Tom, steak, yeah, absolutely. Steak is a plus and a must. Yes. Do you need to thin it? I don't. The question John's asked is, do you need to thin it out? I don't. I like the thickness because it allows it to stick to the surface. When I'm doing grilled vegetables like zucchini squash or yellow squash, I always take a Ziploc. I put in olive oil. I will pour this in with it, and then a lot of salt and pepper or our steak and brisket rub. And then I'll just toss it around and let it set for about 20, 30 minutes in the refrigerator and then flip it upside down just to keep tumbling and tossing it. But that's all that I do. That's probably the closest that I come to thinning it out. And I kind of use that oil and the thickness of this to help it stick to the outside of the vegetables. Great question. Thanks for asking. Sugba, the mud is a good on a rack of lamb. Rack of lamb. That is a great idea. The thickness, the sweetness, that tangy bite that you get. I bet that would be wonderful on the rack of lamb. That yeah, and do you add any say a garlic flavoring or a rub to it also, or a rosemary style? But man, that's a great idea. I hadn't mentioned lamb. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ribeyes, the W sauce binder, Texas bark, and the grilling addiction is amazing. Greg, I can't deny that, but I can't say I've ever used the W sauce as popular as it is. I was telling someone yesterday, they were messaging me, and I asked them, what's it like? Because I had never used it. So I know you're saying that's a good combo. Try a little bit of this one time. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on it. Sandra Simmons. Hello, everybody. Hello, Miss Sandra. Appreciate you joining the show. Where are you from? Are you from the central parts of the United States? Where are you from? We'd like to know just to kind of see where everybody's from. And on top of that, what's your favorite outdoor cooking utensil? What do you like to cook on? Are you a charcoal person? Are you a pellet person? We just want to get to know everybody. Greg, is it best to add it as a binder prior to the cook or baste it as a finisher or both? Great question. I have used it as a binder prior to cooking. I'm not one to baste other than with our grilling oils. I'll drizzle some of that on there. I am not a mopping style person during the cook. Um, so that's just personal preference, but I can see where mopping with it would be good. But and or you say at based as a finisher. Like I said, I've used it as a condiment right on the plate. Um, I've cooked tenderloin and it was wonderful and it was great. And I turned right around and I would dip it in that just to kind of see what other flavors I could come up with. So hey, I've used it in a lot of different fashions. How about on pork butt and ribs? I have tried it on the backside of some ribs one time, and it was fine. It was great. On a pork butt, I don't think I've actually tried it on a pork butt. I have tried it in a finished pork butt as it's shredded. I've added it with the barbecue sauce after Braden, my grandson, was putting it in the barbecue sauce. I added it in with that to richen it up and to bring out flavors because you know how pork shoulders, pork butts are great big massive piece of meats and not a lot of flavoring on the inside other than what injections you do. So I added it on the end for that very reason. But if I'm pretty sure I added it along with the barbecue sauce. That's a good question though. David Causey. I'm yeah, Causey. Thanks you. North Florida. David, I appreciate you joining in. We welcome you. Like I was asking Miss Sandra a while ago, you told us where you're from, but what's your favorite cooking instrument? Do you cook on an open pit? Like I said, pellet grill. Give us a little info. We appreciate it. And if you've got anything on this that you haven't heard, we'd love to hear from it. Sandra, Huntsville, Alabama. Cook on a pit boss. Great. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to the show. Huntsville, Alabama. I've been there several times, several times. Pit boss. That is a nice pellet grill. You obviously you've cooked on it a bunch. You're interested in different things going on. So we appreciate it. Thank you. If you have any questions about it, you know, I'm a pellet head. That's what we've won all of our stuff on is with pellets. So I'll answer a lot of questions. So if you got anything, man, just ask. Sandra, I'm also learning how to cook on a pit. Oh, nice. An offset pit, a direct pit, or like a cavity gravity fed style pit. But yeah, that's great. Congratulations on that. Tom, New Jersey, low and slow, Green Mountain pellet grill, Green Mountain Grill pellet, hot and fast on the green egg. Hey, I tell you what, I've cooked on one egg one time, and it doesn't take much charcoal. You can definitely get that green egg going quick on them. That's right. David, St. Augustine. Yeah, I've not been to their particular, but yeah, I do know of where you're located. Just purchased a Yoder about tea to go. About that's supposed to be about a year ago. David, that Yoder um, uh, cooker, those things are built like a brick, you know what house. They are amazing cookers, so well built. That thing will last you for a very, very long time. Congratulations on that. That's a great pit. Sugba brush with a fresh sprig of rosemary dipped in a Kerrygold unsalted butter after shaking on some of the grilling addiction. Oh yeah, I believe Sugba, you're the one who's talked about the lamb. And if that's your lamb deal, yes, that sounds great. You know what I'd try also? And I'm just not cooked it with lamb, but man, if you was to put that sprig of rosemary along with a little bit of butter in a small metal pan with the barbecue mud and heat it up, let that rosemary, the essence of that rosemary come alive in the smoker while it's setting in this and use that to brush on with, I think that would be phenomenal. Yeah, I bet using it to dip in, is bringing the essence out, the oil of the rosemary out because it's in that. But if you was to heat that up using it in there, I bet that would even take it to another level. John Tompkins, North Carolina Traeger, hot dogs. Yeah, I don't think you can ever mention pellet cooking without mentioning Traeger. They're the godfathers of the pellet grill. I had one that was just before it, but let's be real, they brought it to the masses right there. Dave Cosby, I purchased a Yoder 640 about 6 months ago. Yeah, that I had the 480. I absolutely know exactly what you're talking about cooking on. That is a great, great cooker. Love it. Yeah, I absolutely. Bubba Tribe, Dave, what do you say, man? You doing all right? Let's see. I saw an episode with Pitmasters yesterday, and you was using the Uber. Uber is that car rental place. Um, I'm I watched Pitmasters this weekend, and I seen one that we were on there when we was in Virginia cooking. Not sure what you're talking about there, but yeah. Daddy Dutch Dave. Good evening, David. Sorry I missed you at the World this year. Yeah, yeah. We'll be back this next year. So if you're in that area, man, come by. Always willing to shake hand, talk barbecue. So, but great. Yeah, yeah, heating that up. Yeah, I think it would bring all of it alive. And I think that could be used for more than just lamb. But when you talked about the rosemary, that's what made me think of it. Yeah. I watched Dave Causey. I watched an episode of Barbecue Bitmaster yesterday, and you were using the mud. Okay, yep, on that cowboy steak. Yeah. Funny, you're the host a show on it. Yeah, you are a host. Yeah. I appreciate it. That I didn't watch that one particular. I happen to tell. I know what happened there, but yeah. And I'll tell you a quick story on it. Oh yeah, yeah, I get it. How the name come up. We were spreading that paste on the steak. Levi, my son, he was right beside me, and we're sitting there spreading it on. And I told him, I said, "Man, that kind of looks like mud." And I think it was Tuffy had hollered out across to us, and he says, "Hey, what is that you're putting on there?" And reaction, I just looked up and said, "Barbecue mud." That's what it was. And believe it or not, that product, and that was 6 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 7. There is still a live thread on one of the barbecue forums about barbecue mud. It is still going on today, and it's crazy to think. Yeah, can't type. Hey, I get it. Don't limit me to tonight. Mine just can't type. No alcohol involved. Hey, well, we're sorry about that, David. Yeah, the Tuffy made. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, what we do, we got a handful of new people here. So what we do is once we get down to where the comments have slowed down, I've gotten a lot of the questions answered and everything. I will ask a trivia question, and the first fastest fingers that types in the correct answer will win the product that we did. Like I stated, it won't be this particular bottle because I'm not going to ship an open bottle down the road. We'll get you a new bottle sent out. But let me answer these 2 comments, and then we'll go right into the trivia question. Season 7, episode 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was the first episode we filmed that year on that season. Yeah, you're right. Yep. As soon as I saw the show, I said, I have to buy the mud. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Trivia question. This one, I believe I got everybody stumped. I may have to give a hint for this one. There won't be, fast fingers will win it. First correct answer will win a bottle of the barbecue mud. But I will about promise you guys that there will not be an answer before I finish the question. All right. In 2012, we won our first world championship, our first world title. It was at the World Food Championships. They judged 4 categories for the overall championship for the barbecue. What were the 4 categories that was used in that judging? What is it? Can you type out the four cat? They don't have to be in the order there, but if you can put all four categories of what we had to turn in, the first one to get that will be the winner. And I'll be honest with you, I will be shocked if someone gets it immediately. Beef, pork. Oh, let me get on there and show everybody. Daddy Dutch, beef, pork, poultry, and dessert. Congratulations, you are the first loser of the night. That is incorrect. Next one, chicken, pork, brisket, and turkey. Billy Holland said, congratulations, Billy. You're the second loser of the night. All right, I'll stop that. That's pretty annoying. Beef, chicken, pork, and seafood. That's actually a pretty good answer, but that is also incorrect. Let's see. Oh, okay. He was amusing me being amused. I didn't think anybody would get this. And not that quick. Yeah. Hey, Grant, where you at? Greg, come on, bud. You got plenty of time to type. Billy's not filling up the answers here. I need some help. Come on, big boys. Let's get this finger going here. All right, here's another answer. Beef. I'm sorry, pork. John Tompkinson, pork, chicken, beef, and meatloaf. Incorrect. Okay, everybody is getting two of them correct. That is going to be beef, which was brisket, and pork. We know that. Pork was the pork butt, beef was the brisket. So we know it's going to be brisket and pork butt. Now, what was the other two categories? Everybody's getting that. Grant, armadillo, possum, snake, and skunk. Not all of us are from Virginia, my friend. We're not up there from your hillbilly state. I believe that's what you call it. All right, ribs, pork butts, chicken, and beef. That's close. That's close, but that's still not correct. Let me. Everybody knows that in most competition cookings, let's see what this one is real quick. Pork, beef, bison, and chicken. Good guess, David, but that is incorrect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another hint. I knew I'd get y'all on this one. Do away with chicken. Chicken was not part of it. So you know it's brisket, you know it's pork, and you know it's not chicken. What is it? I'm looking back. I've only seen one of the other answers correct on there one time. Let's see what is seafood and game. Incorrect. Tom had one of the correct answers, folks, and that is ribs. So I will give you that one. So we know it's ribs, pork butt, beef brisket, and we know it's not chicken. So what is the fourth and final category? Let's jump in the row here where we were at. Okay, yep, we've already looked at that one. David, ham, pork, steak, and turkey. Nope, incorrect. No, incorrect. So, but it was not a dessert. The Hammer 37. Hey, welcome, Hammer 37. Tomahawk, pork, brisket, and ribs. That would have been a good one, but that is incorrect. You do have three of them: the pork, brisket, and rib. That is correct there, but that is not the correct answer. Ribs, brisket, butt, and ham. Incorrect. Incorrect. Prime rib. That is a great guess. Prime rib we actually cooked the next year when we went to the World Food Championships. We did cook that there, and that one was if I'm not mistaken, a 48 or a 49 wet aged prime rib we cooked. It was phenomenal, let me tell you. But that is incorrect. Okay. It's looking like we're going to go for a bust here. So let me think of how I can still give product away. Let's see here. What can oh, I see an answer. I want to give everybody just due. Burgers. Good answer, but incorrect. What was, I wonder what the other product could be. Who's going to be the first one? Let's see. Just tell us. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Whole hog. Incorrect. Incorrect. Let's see. What could be another item that can be judged at a barbecue contest? Let's see. Let's see. What do we got here? Ribs, brisket, pork, and roast. Incorrect. Beef, pork, brisket, ribs, and sauce. Bingo! Got a winner. Sandra, you are the winner. Very good. Very good. Now everybody's jumping right in. Yeah, I see a turducken, bacon. Yeah, Sandra is the winner. Congratulations. After this show, Sandra, please do not put your personal information on this. If you will go over to Butcher Barbecue on Facebook, send me your information through a private message there. I will get you a bottle of the barbecue mud sent your way. All right, Sandra? I really appreciate it. There is some really pretty good answers. Barbecue rub. I have been in a contest where rub was a judged category. Tom says congratulations. Very good, very good. I'm just proud that we stumped you. You know, not often do I. What is that? I am not. Okay, Sandra, I appreciate that. I respect that highly. Trust me, I do. I'm trying to. How can I get? Email me. Can you email? Let me know if you can email, and I'll give you my email address. Do you have access to email? Simple yes or no, real quick here, and I'll give you my email. And then, because it's published anyway, I do not have a problem saying it out loud here. Do you have access to email, Sandra? What I'm going to do, she can email. Very good. I'm going to type it in the comments so it will be there, so you do not have to write it down very quick. It is the word butcher, BBQ, like butcher barbecue, at gmail.com. Okay? That is my email. If you will email me, that way everything can stay quiet and private, we will get you a bottle sent out tomorrow. I appreciate everyone's input. This has been a great and a fun one. Barbecue mud for today. Next week, guys, I need some ideas. It sounds crazy, but I get blocks of what I can go over. So send me some ideas over the next week, and let's get some of your ideas on the product review. That's all I got, folks. Thank you very much for watching.